Chapter 26 King of Kings. When King Jarasandha was born, in an unusual twist of fate, he was born in two halves. A demoness used dark magic to stitch the two halves together, and as a result, Jarasandha was near invincible in battle. During their match, Bhim had torn Jarasandha along that seam. Thinking their contest over, Bhim walked away, but a maniacal laugh made him look back. The dark magic that joined Jarasandha's two halves together was still in effect, and he recovered from Bhim's attack, ready to do battle once more. Bhim was at his wit's end. He looked to Lord Krishna for guidance. Lord Krishna plucked a leaf from a nearby tree, tore it in half, and tossed the pieces in opposite directions from each other. Bhim understood. He tore Jarasandha apart once more, but this time he tossed the right half to the left and the left half to the right. This destroyed the dark magic that kept him alive, and Jarasandha was finally defeated. Taking control of Magadha, Lord Krishna, Arjuna and Bhim freed the kings that Jarasandha had imprisoned. They were grateful for their freedom and pledged their support to Yudhishthira in his bid to become the world king. Lord Krishna appointed Jarasandha's son Sahadeva as the new king of Magadha. Unlike his father, Sahadeva was a wise and righteous young man and would make a just king for Magadha. Likewise, he also pledged his support to Yudhishthira. With all the pieces now in place, Yudhishthira proceeded with the Rajasuya Yagna. Hundreds of kings arrived in Indraprastha for the ceremony, including King Dhritarashtra, his son Duryodhana, grandfather Bhishma, Guru Drona, and the rest of the Kauravas. The ceremony ran over many days. Brahmins performed careful and precise rituals. During the Rajasuya Yagna, kings and representatives from different regions were invited to participate. They would pay homage to Yudhishthira, acknowledge his supremacy, and offer gifts as a symbol of their acceptance of him as the world king. The ceremony was not without incident. King Shishupala was a cousin of the Pandavas and Lord Krishna. He had received a curse from a sage named Durvasa in his early years. According to the curse, Shishupala would meet his end when he committed 100 heinous acts. Due to his envy and animosity towards Lord Krishna, Shishupala consistently insulted and abused Lord Krishna during the Rajasuya Yagna. When he crossed the threshold of 100 offences, Lord Krishna unleashed the Sudarshana Chakra, the divine discus, and beheaded him, fulfilling the curse and putting an end to Shishupala's transgressions. After several days of festivities and rituals, the Rajasuya Yagna came to an end with final ceremonies and blessings. The participating kings and rulers departed from the Yagna, having acknowledged Yudhishthira's supremacy. However, Duryodhana remained in the palace for some time longer, admiring the beauty and the craftsmanship, and within him he felt a great envy growing, and a deep hatred. Chapter 27 The Insult. After the Rajasuya Yagna ended, Duryodhana, along with his uncle Shakuni, remained in the Pandavas' palace for some time longer. He marveled at the beauty of the palace, and with every moment that passed, his jealousy and hatred of the Pandavas grew. The palace, Mayasabha, was a spectacle of illusion. Areas that seemed like flowing water were actually solid floors, and vice versa. Duryodhana was fooled by one such illusion. He fell into a pool that looked like a solid floor. Draupadi, who was in an onlooking chamber, could not help but to burst out laughing. A blind son like the blind father, she blurted out. Duryodhana was deeply embarrassed, and his embarrassment quickly turned to rage. On their return trip to Hastinapur, he shared his grief with his uncle Shakuni. During his time in Indraprastha, Shakuni had heard tales of Yudhishthira's love of gambling. It was the one weakness of the otherwise virtuous king. Shakuni hatched a plan with his nephew Duryodhana. When they returned to Hastinapur, Duryodhan and Shakuni took up counsel with the blind king Dhritarashtra. Duryodhan relayed the insult of Draupadi to his father. Dhritarashtra's face squirmed in anger. By a twist of fate, he was born blind, and therefore the kingship was passed to his younger brother Pandu, and thereby to Pandu's descendants, the Pandavas. Dhritarashtra was thought incapable of kingship because of his blindness, and yet he had successfully ruled Hastinapur since Pandu's passing. As far as he was concerned, rightfully, the whole of the kingdom should pass to his son, Duryodhan. Shakuni and Duryodhan laid out their plans to regain the kingdom of the Pandavas, as well as the additional wealth they had acquired. King Dhritarashtra listened intently, but then he expressed some reservations. "I should seek the counsel of wise Vidura," said Dhritarashtra. "Vidura is the ally of the Pandavas, father. He shall surely rebuke our plans," replied Duryodhan. "We shall build a magnificent hall here in Hastinapur to rival the one that the Pandavas have. As part of the coronation, we shall have a gambling match. I shall place the wagers, and Uncle Shakuni shall play on my behalf. If you issue an invitation to Yudhishthir, by Kshatriya honor he must accept, and again, by Kshatriya honor he must accept the challenge of the game. Then Uncle Shakuni will help us regain our stolen kingdom." Thank you for watching so far. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. This will ensure that more people can find this resource. Click the notification button so that you can be the first to know about new uploads. And please do comment below. I'll do my best to reply to any questions. Thank you.